With 76 selections in CSE 2022, Study IQ IS aims at providing high quality IS preparation at a very affordable cost. हमारे P2I यानी कि Prelims to Interview 2024 लाइव बैच के साथ आप CSE एग्जाम की तैयारी कर सकते हैं with features like live classes, one-to-one mentorship, daily answer writing, success in prelims and mains crash course, 18 books across all subjects, interview guidance program, and the most unique feature, mains residential program, where Study IQ students clearing prelims 2024 will be called to Study IQ campus at no additional cost.
Hello everyone, my name is Namita Sharma and I've secured rank 1 in the Punjab Judicial Services examination. And I'm thankful to the Almighty, my parents, my brother, and above all, my teachers who have contributed a great deal to my success. This was my first attempt at the examination, and today, through the medium of Delhi Knowledge Track, I'll be sharing my insights on the judicial examination and the preparation strategy. So, starting with a brief introduction about myself, I belong to Amritsar, Punjab, and I did my graduation from Army Institute of Law, Mohali, and I completed my masters from GNDU, Amritsar. So, I started my preparation after the completion of my masters, and my preparation strategy basically revolved around self study. So, the first and foremost part of the planning process is to examine the pattern of the examination, and this step is very vital because it enables the candidate to channelize their energy or efforts according to the specific demands of the examination. There are states which have similar or near to similar pattern, so it gives an added opportunity to the candidate to appear for all of those states. So my point is that one should fix the states that one is aiming for. The next step would be to utilize the time which is there before the notification comes out to its fullest. The idea is to attain conceptual clarity of each and every word of law. I would like to say that major laws like CPC, Indian Evidence Act, IPC, CRPC, they need to be given proper time. But having said that, minor laws like Limitation Act or TPA or Sales of Goods Act, Partnership Act, Rent Act, all of these cumulatively may carry almost equal weightage as compared to a major law. So equal importance should be given to these laws as well. Since there is no time pressure before the notification has come out, so the candidate can delve deeper into each and every minute detail of laws and can improve his or her understanding of the subject. Now, in this regard, the previous year question papers they come of great help because they make the candidate aware of the weightage that is carried by each subject. Last 3 to 4 years of previous year questions should be thoroughly analyzed, in my opinion. Next, I would like to stress upon the importance of languages in the judicial examinations. Now, we all know that we thoroughly read and write law during our degree courses. However, language is something that we have lost touch with. So, language is something that we should devote equal time and importance to because that carries an equal weightage in the examination. In order to hold command over a particular language, I believe consistency is key. Reading newspapers, editorials, books relating to languages comes of great help in honing your linguistic skills. Now, it is pertinent to mention here that Mr. Yash really helped me in improving my Punjabi language. Now, I would like to jump on to the process after the notification comes out. Now, talking about the first round of the examination, that is the preliminary. A detailed study of the Bare Act is necessary, and it is also important to mention that revision is very important because it is a continuous process. You cannot read the Bare Act once and master it, so therefore, repeated revisions of each and every subject is required. Now, current affairs carries a great weightage, a significant weightage in the examination. In the case of Punjab, it carries almost 15 to 20 marks, and the cutoff these days, as we all know, is going really high. So, therefore, focus should also be on the current affairs. You can refer to the educational YouTube channels. Uh, There are plenty of channels available that are of help in case of current affairs. Now, as the name suggests, we move on to the main part of the examination, that is the mains. Now, for the mains, in my opinion, presentation of a particular answer is key and fetches you marks. So, for myself, what I used to do was that I used to prepare a mental picture of each and every topic and each and every answer as to how I am going to introduce it, how I'm going to frame the main body, and how I'm going to conclude it. Interlinking of laws helps you fetch those extra marks which you need in order to gain success in this examination. And before writing your mains answer, I believe one should always practice writing tests in a time bound manner. You should time yourself and see if you are completing the exam in time, and you should give yourself a time frame of 5 to 6 minutes. You should try to complete the exam before 5 to 6 minutes. That is actually very helpful because you can revise the examination once again and add a few things here and there if you are reminded of things later on. And also, I would like to mention that landmark cases can be mentioned, and use of headings, tables, small charts, and bullet points really improves the whole look of the answer. And I would like to mention Mr. Rohit Karwasra's name in this regard because he really helped me in improving my answer writing by evaluating my answer. Now, last but not the least is the interview stage, which is no doubt a test of your knowledge of law, but it is also a test of your emotional, psychological, and mental abilities, in my opinion. It is essential to maintain a calm and composed attitude. I would also like to stress upon the fact that you need to be sure of what you're saying and you should not be making guesses here and there. What is required is that the candidate should be generally aware of one's surroundings. Like, for example, history of your city, if there is any political or religious issue going on, the architecture of your city, then your parents' profession can also be asked in the interview. The idea is that the candidate should be generally aware and active mentally. And it is important that the person should have good communication skills so that he can convey whatever knowledge he has in mind. And in this regard, mock interviews can actually play a very big role in boosting your confidence. Mr. Rohit Karwasra helped me in this regard as well. He encouraged me during mock interviews as well. For the interview, there is no strict or rigid formula that you need to follow. I would say that the questions are curated according to your specific life circumstances. Like, for example, if you have been practicing, or if you have done your masters, or if you have done some other courses, or if you have changed your profession. So it really depends on that. It is really like a drawing room conversation that you have with very intellectual people. So that is what you should keep in mind when you go to the interview, and it is important not to stress yourself out before the interview. After having discussed the general preparation strategy, now I would like to discuss certain doubts that are there in the minds of the aspirants. First, discussing the time management issue. So, for me, instead of studying for X number of hours, what I used to do is that I used to study topic by topic. I used to divide a bigger subject into smaller topics and then study it in a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, maybe. Then for the books, I believe there is no one particular book which you can refer to crack the examination. You can refer to 2 or 3 books as per your liking, which you can grasp easily, which you can remember. And to add variety to your answers, you can refer to 2 or 3 books. Then one point I would like to mention is that there is general misconception amongst people that you need to be a bookworm in order to crack this examination. But I believe that you need to have a balance. A healthy mind is only made by a healthy body. So, in my opinion, you should engage in physical activities, reading books, or anything which relaxes you, listening to music, etc. Whatever relaxes a person, you should engage in that. And it's not necessary to study for like 8 to 10 hours a day. And nextly, there is a doubt amongst the aspirants regarding what kind of pen you should use. So, for me personally, I used to use a broad tip pen, that is a 0.75 nib pen. I believe it really adds to the beauty of your handwriting, but it's a personal choice. Pen really doesn't matter. What matters is your speed to write so that you're able to complete your paper in time. The flow is needed. Therefore, a pen can be of your choice, whatever you are comfortable in. There are also certain doubts in the minds of people regarding the dress code of the interview. For that, I believe you should be dressed in a sober way, in a formal attire. For girls, you can wear whatever you're comfortable in, maybe a salwar suit or a sari or a pant coat is also fine. But you should be comfortable and confident in that. Colors should be sober so that you just blend in the background, and the highlight should not be your clothes, but you should be highlighted. So as for your hair, you can tie your hair neatly. There is no specific rigid rules as to what you should do. You should look presentable and you should be looking formal. There are also certain doubts regarding what a person should do one day before the examination. Like, for example, a day before mains, I believe you should just give a cursory reading to your barracks because you cannot study everything in detail. So, you should give a cursory reading to the barrack and your notes that you have prepared. You can flip through the pages so that all those things are refreshed in your mind, and when you write the paper next day, you have an idea what you're writing. You can remember the keywords, I would say. That will come really handy. But 1 or 2 days before the examination, the stress is such that you cannot memorize new things. So I would like to say that you should, if you don't have precise notes, like for myself, I did not prepare any skeleton notes, so to say. I used to revise from my detailed notes every time. I used to flip through the pages because I had headings, a mental picture, as I said, in my mind. So I used to flip through the pages, and those particular keywords, they were refreshed in my mind. So that really helped me. At the end, the only advice that I would like to give is to focus on the preparation rather than the result. Drawing inspiration from the words of Lord Krishna from the Bhagavad Gita, not to focus on the fruit but to perform one's own karma. In this context, I believe that achieving small targets really helps in achieving long term goals. I sincerely hope that my words were of great help to all the judicial aspirants. And lastly, I am extremely grateful to Delhi Knowledge Track to have given me the privilege of sharing my thoughts. Thank you very much.